Live from WBFF in Baltimore, this is Fox 45 Early Edition.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for waking up with us. Developing right now in downtown Baltimore, a city worker is seriously injured after an underground collapse. The intersection of Howard and Pratt Street, it remains shut down here this morning, and as DPW investigates, workers are worried about the road's integrity out there. Thanks for waking up with us on this Tuesday, July 9th. I'm Megan Gill, and we're going to try and keep you up to date on what's happening out there. We have live team coverage for you this morning. Candace Stold has information on road closures sure to affect a lot of people heading to work this morning. She's going to help you in the downtown area. We have Elijah Westbrook with extended impacts from yesterday's flooding. Let's start, though, with Amber Miller. She is live with the current situation and what many believe have led up to this collapse. Amber, how's it looking out there?
Well, Megan, it's pretty calm out here this morning, but we do have officials on site here at Pratt and Howard Streets in downtown Baltimore. You can see a police officer right here, the Baltimore Environmental Police, standing watch here. And then just beyond that, you're going to see some red tape. I spoke to this police officer just to find out exactly the vicinity of where everything happened yesterday, just to refresh our memories and just remind everyone at home exactly where it happened. And he's telling me this red tape that you see here, anything beyond that red tape, that's the vicinity of where the collapse happened, and obviously that is why all of this is blocked off. Now, multiple agencies are working to determine the exact cause of what happened yesterday on scene at Howard and Pratt Streets, trying to determine whether the underground vault collapse is connected to the water main break that caused flooding at M&T Bank Stadium yesterday, if we recall that. Now, overnight, crews from the Department of Public Works and Department of Transportation were scheduled to conduct assessments to determine the best way to restore that vault. This morning, one city employee is facing serious injuries, treated at a local hospital. That person, along with several other city employees, became trapped when the collapse happened. Each of those individuals, thankfully, were rescued. Now, back out live here this morning, once again, Howard and Pratt Streets remain closed this morning. For an update on exactly where you can go to get around all this, we're going to go ahead and send it on to Candace Stoll there in the studio. Good morning.
All right, thanks so much, Amber. And yes, that is the big story of the morning, so we are indeed talking about it right around Pratt. It's going to be right near Paca, Sharp Street, Hopkins Place, all around the immediate downtown area. So that convention center, the Days Inn Hotel, certainly going to be affected leading up towards Royal Farms Arena. So you just need to avoid that immediate area at this point. If you can, no problems to report to, on Fayette Street, even Baltimore Street, you can use to get around it. We will, of course, continue to monitor the situation throughout the morning. Back over to you, Jonathan.
All right, busy morning there, Candace, already. And for us, actually here, weather-wise, a lot quieter today. So we start off this morning with no rain, actually less humid. It feels pretty good after all the flooding we had yesterday morning. Look at these temperatures with lower humidity in the mid-60s to near 70. I know I opened my window for a time on the way into work this morning, with sun returning today with lower humidity. Temperatures in the mid to upper 80s. It's going to feel pretty good. Let you know how long the respite's going to last, though, coming up in just about 10 minutes.
All right, Jonathan, thank you. 4:33 and back to our big story of the morning. The effects of yesterday's water main break still being felt this morning, and we know it's going to impact your morning commute here. Elijah Westbrook continuing our live team coverage with more on that. Elijah.
Right, Megan. Well, right now, many services are still impacted because of yesterday's underground water main break in downtown Baltimore. The water from this break is flooding the Howard Street Tunnel, which is disrupting CSX trains and even light rail service. Now, the MTA says service is temporarily suspended between North Avenue and Camden Yards Station. Also at this hour, the MARC train's Camden Yards line will not serve the Camden Yards Station this morning. We're told that all trains will begin and end at Dorsey.
The amount of silt or sand that was getting into the tunnel due to the water basically caused a technical in terms of a derailment, but they were able to tow all the cars out of the tunnel, out of the north side.
Now, the flooding has also impacted areas near M&T Bank Stadium. Many of us saw pictures like this in and around that area. Well, flooding inside the stadium has receded. We're told an area below the stands have flooded, however. The Department of Public Works believes the water main break pushed out sediment into the inner harbor, which is causing a brown cloud in the water. No word yet on when service to MARC trains, light rail, and even CSX will be restored to normal operation. Reporting live in studio this morning, I'm Elijah Westbrook, Fox 45 Early Edition.
Thank you, Elijah, and stay with us. We will have continuing coverage of the underground collapse and the underground water main break all morning long. You can also find the very latest information anytime on our website, foxbaltimore.com. 4:35 in this morning, many people across Maryland are cleaning up after wicked weather. You heard Jonathan making mention of this, those heavy rains turning streets into rivers. Look at some of these images here. Unbelievable, picking up really everything in its path there, including a Prius in Montgomery County. Across the street, a homeowner was pumping water out of her basement for hours yesterday. Her son says hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of antiques were destroyed.
We were told by some water restoration experts that anything that's porous is just trash.
Well, Montgomery County Fire and Rescue says it responded to 250 calls for service. I can't get over that street there. Look at that. Unbelievable. Those calls came in just 3 hours yesterday. Well, take a look at this. A bus in Potomac driving over a flooded bridge. Not a good idea. Our sister station in D.C. says not one but two summer camp buses did this, both of them with children on board. The summer camp says the drivers involved are no longer behind the wheel. Well, the flooding also created a treacherous situation in Frederick. In this video here, you can see the entire right side of the road was underwater, meaning that this driver had to drive down the middle of the street there. Well, in Baltimore, police are searching this is switching gears here, searching for the suspects following a triple shooting in West Baltimore. It happened yesterday afternoon on North Fulton Avenue near Pressman Street. Police discovered 2 victims suffering from gunshot wounds. A third victim was located on Moreland Avenue a few minutes later.
I think it's a sad situation. I think today's youth as mothers, the kids are dying. They're just killing each other, one and another. I just feel like it's just not really good to happen.
None of the injuries are believed to be life-threatening. Anyone with information is urged to call city police. Drug makers no longer have to include their prices on TV ads. Why a judge is throwing out the Trump administration's new rule. And our area drying out from yesterday's storms, but more rain is in the forecast. Meteorologist Jonathan Myers is tracking when we could get the next round. 4:37 now on Fox 45 Early Edition.